The streets of New York was no place for an 11-year-old to grow up. These are the streets. It was drug dealers. It was drug addicts. If you're a part of these streets, you become numb to, like, this is just everyday street life in the hood. You know, fights would always break out. Fights over drugs, gang members, bullies, thieves. It was hell. I've spent time in over 20 different welfare hotels and shelters throughout the New York City area. And the Bryant Hotel was the most dismal. It was probably the most chaotic, the most drug infested. It was a horror show. It was probably the worst place anybody could ever live. And I was there. I grew up with a family full of drug dealers and drug addicts, and that's all I knew. I lived in a room with 12 by 12 with anywhere between 8 and 12 people at a time. You're talking in a small room with 2 twin beds, no sheets, no pillowcases. Maybe me and my sisters and my little cousin would probably be in one bed. Every time that I was hungry, I would often go out, and panhandle it to try to get money. That was mainly my typical day as an 11-year-old. My focus was on how can I get money to eat. But no one had ever took the time out and stopped to say, what was an 11-year-old doing out panhandling? Not until September 1st, 1986.
It was Labor Day weekend, and it was Monday, and I was taking clients to the U.S. Open. Because I was at USA Today, we had the most unbelievable seats, so I was very excited. And of course, when I woke up that morning, it was raining. It was
the weirdest day ever because I had started out early, and it was raining really hard.
The Open actually was postponed, so here it was Labor Day weekend, and I had no plans.
Right around midday, the sun had come out, and it was really weird.
I decided, since I didn't have any plans, I was feeling a little sorry for myself, I decided to go out and take a walk.
And just as the sun came out, a short lady walked up to the corner, and she had, I did the normal thing.
I saw this young boy with his hand out, and as I passed, he said, "Excuse me, lady, do you have any spare change? I'm hungry."
It was so funny because she was like, "No," and she just walked away.
And there were a lot of homeless people living in New York City at the time. But this was the first time I had ever seen a child on his own. I continued walking, but as I got to Broadway, what really resonated with me were the words, "I'm hungry."
And at the time, Broadway was really huge. She had gotten to the middle and really stopped.
And I just couldn't believe that this child had this kind of life.